Christmas present to my mom and my wife was the haircut situation. And I grabbed a bag from my house, put my clippers in it, and we cut my hair in the backyard at my folks' house. And I pressed them and I said, this offer will go away if y'all don't do it now. I'm so terrible at gift giving, but you know what? It worked out well for everybody, and my head feels so much better. Just that I don't have to. That was a tire that was flat. So I don't have to maintain all that hair, and it looked terrible. But also, I thought it looked kind of cool too. And it was fun to have a different look going on, and we'll see how long I let this hair go for. I think I told one of my kids the other night I'm gonna keep it going until I'm 40, which will be about just over 2 years. So it'll probably be nice and long by then too. But who knows? Maybe I kind of like the shortcut, and I know I haven't shaved right now, probably not in like 2 weeks, but when I'm clean shaven and with the dew, I don't look halfway bad. Although I'm not sure whom I'm trying to impress, but it's January. Today's actually my nephew's 10th birthday, so happy birthday, Tanner. Is he 10 or 11? Shoot, he might be 11 actually. He goes 2011 when oh my gosh, he's 11. Yeah, gosh, I know he's gonna be in high school before we know it, dude. He's super into baseball, and apparently he's quite a stud, dude. I haven't seen him play since he was super little, but yeah, it's another thing I feel a little guilty about. Wish that I was a little bit better at is just maintaining relationships. And I was running this morning, and I was just thinking about I haven't spent very much time with my nephews growing up, and they were around for I think probably 4 and 2 years or so before Skylar was born. So I had a lot of opportunities. I just never did. And also I've been kind of realizing see, no one's own fault but I've been kind of thinking about this phrase that just feels like nobody gets me and my children. And sometimes I think it's difficult to understand people, but I understand those little girls pretty well, I think. And then at times I don't feel like I know them hardly at all. But yeah, I think also part of that is you just gotta take the plunge and exist outside of your fears too, and just fears of, I guess, the unknown, and doing stuff with your kids even if you're not quite sure what to do about it. But it's January 10th 2022 now, and the pandy's kind of flaring up again, and volleyball season's about to really start. I think next week I'm gonna do tryouts, although I've seen quite a few of my kids coming back. It's really for the kids that aren't in the inner circle or haven't figured out it yet, that just kind of show up and then will bless us with some good stuff. But with good stuff, meaning like they're good athletes and they're not sure what volleyball is, but maybe they come to tryouts and they figure it out and they like it. I don't know. But gosh, the amount of people that are testing positive is, I don't know, it's it was probably about the same amount last year too, when it was this time last year. But you see that there are a ton that cropped up over winter break, and just they stalled games for any current sports that are going on. They stalled the games last week and this week, and honestly, now that I think about it, it probably doesn't affect me as much, as I might just not be able to get in the gym as soon as I had wanted to. But we really front loaded quite a bit of open gyms during the school year, which we didn't do very often. I felt bad because I didn't do any in the summer. Thank God. Excuse me. Thank God Alex and Husey were available to do about a half dozen of them or so, which is better than nothing. And I'm just starting to have, which I think I alluded to in one of my other episodes, just I can't worry about this competitive nature so much as let's just worry about getting better each day, having a focus point, and having fun, and not worrying about the end product, but enjoying the journey, really. Because a lot of these kids, like 99% of them, aren't going to play indoor volleyball in a competitive atmosphere past their high school years. And so I don't want it to be so hectic and have unrealistic expectations. And I don't think I'm gonna even put any of those type of goals or expectations on them. I just want them to show up every day and try really hard. And I think the improvement's gonna come. But yeah, I feel like I have a better understanding of how to approach this season and get the most out of it without stressing myself out. Even though I know it's always gonna be a part of it. That sun is right in the face, huh? But I think I know where we stand, and I know that anything's possible. And if we just work hard, who knows where we could end up any given Tuesday or Thursday for league play and whatnot. And we're still in Division 3 too, which is really Division 2-ish. But I'm trying not even to think about divisions or anything like that. I just want a team ready and hungry each day they step on the court. I don't think I've done a great job of facilitating that over the last few years, as I've gotten kids and the talent in the program's kind of dwindled. And just like anything else, there's going to be peaks and valleys. And we just peaked on the girls' side for sure. It was a shame that we bounced out when we did, but it was our own fault for not, I think, either calling them out as to the fact that you girls, the players, the ones that are doing the heavy lifting, appears that you don't want it as bad as us two coaches. And it's going to be a difficult season to meet those expectations if we're the ones that really want it, and we're the ones that are like depressed when we lose a match, or dissecting the things we do well or not do well. Whereas it just seemed like the day after we lost, we got upset. In my eyes, the kids were okay, where I didn't even watch any volleyball for like 3 weeks or a month, just because I didn't want to. And I'm still not watching a ton. I watched the national championship in the semifinals because I wanted to see Pitt make it to the finals, because their coach went to DP, and that would just be sick. But they ended up losing to Nebraska in the semis, which was a tight match to watch, because either way, and I've been a huge Nebraska fan since I started watching college volleyball, so it was a win-win for me. But yeah, so I watched that, and I watched the national championship where Wisconsin just roofed them for 23 blocks in a 5-set match, which I've never witnessed before. I I didn't think it was possible to get 23 blocks, but it was, and it is. And the middles were like 6'9" and maybe almost 7 feet. So incredible blocking and defense. And yeah, I just want all this COVID stuff to figure itself out. I want the basketball teams to lose so that I can focus on volleyball and not worry about scheduling the gymnasium all the time. Seems to be a constant stressor, and now I don't know how the setbacks and the positive cases affect us going forward, but it's whatever. And also, I'm just starting to realize as I'm getting older, because I'm about, probably 3 weeks older than I was in the last podcast. But it's like, who cares? And the answer, I think, is you. In whatever you're doing, the people that are going to care the most about it are the people that are ingrained in it. But, like, does anybody really care around town that I feel like slighted or like disrespected as a coach? Not at all. Does anybody even really care about the problems that are going on in my own household, major or minor? Nope. Because everybody else has their own shit to deal with and their own cares and worries to worry about. And when I'm dead, is anyone gonna care that we won a CIF championship or that we didn't win a CIF championship? And the answer is most likely no. Only the people that were part of that will really care. And that would be, me and the players and maybe a few parents. But in the grand scheme of things, if stuff doesn't work out, then it doesn't work out. Like, I was kind of starting to stress out a little bit more about the tournament, and as we're getting closer, it's about, 2 months away now. And so, I don't quite have 30 teams yet. I don't have enough contracts. I still haven't heard from UCSB if they're going to allow us to use the Thunderdome yet. And just, okay. And then what's the worst possible thing that could happen is that the tournament doesn't happen and we have to cancel it again? Okay, so what? Does anybody really care besides me? Most likely not. Okay, and if they paid money, they can get their money back or not. But who really cares? If the tournament doesn't happen, life will go on. We didn't have the tournament the last 2 seasons, and we still life is continuing. So I'm starting to realize that you gotta be caring the most about your situation and the things you're involved in, because nobody else really is. And honestly, the players are a big portion of those kids that don't really care either, I think. And it's just my honest opinion in my after coaching for 13 years and being a varsity coach this is going on my 9th season, and heading the boys, and then I've been varsity assisting for I think 18, 19, 20, 21. So like 3 real seasons, and I was kind of a mini assistant by proxy when Garrett was still around, but not at all the practices or anything. But I'm just a volley nerd. I could be in there all day. But I mean, that is a huge factor. Is if the coach is the one that wants it the most, then that's gonna be a tough season. It's got to come from the players, and I'm starting to notice you can't. It's hard to just tell them that. You're just gonna say, "Hey, you guys gotta want it more." What if they don't want it? And so now I'm just trying to figure out, or I think I've come to a realization that you can't ask them to do that, but we can reiterate how fun it could be to go hard, and how fun it could be to be super focused and try and go for it, and just be focused on competing for each point, really. and not worry about winning or losing the big match, but more like winning and losing each point. And I'll say it again, it comes in practice, and we didn't have a ton of practices, in my opinion, during the girls' season where we were really getting after it like a team that was really trying to like improve, because our second side was so terrible just because of inexperience. They were great kids and still are, but they weren't being pushed, and that was a difficult spot to be in. So, that part of that can be our fault also, but I think I'm ready. I just want the uniforms to come and all the stuff to just figure itself out, but it won't. And you know what? I'm not too worried about it, because I know nobody else is. So I will worry enough, but I've figured out I don't have to worry that much. But yeah, I just noticed it'd been a little bit, and I mean, just trying to keep up with my own thoughts and get episodes up takes some time, and just ready for the new year. So see y'all later. Oh, double button.